200 milligrams of caffeine, it'll do it to you. Because I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Because, yeah.
And it goes a little something like...
Hey guys, it's Mariah. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a video that I think a lot of people can benefit from. It has the same kind of vibe as the very first actual video on my channel, which was how I got my life together. If you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. A lot of us are going to do remote learning. I'm doing remote learning. I am in my senior year of college. Right after spring break is when we shut down in March. So we had been doing remote learning. I figured out what I did like and what I didn't like about it and how to make it better. So I think this could really help you get through. Even if you're in high school, maybe even middle school, and you're doing remote learning, I think that these tips and tricks are going to help you get through it, help you stay organized, help you get them grades, because grades are important. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. I made a list of things that helped me stay on track during the second half of the semester. And that was kind of difficult because if you think about it, the teachers were not prepared. We did not stick to the syllabus anymore because of it. So your girl was a little stressed, but never fear, I got you. So let's just jump right into the video. I have the list on my phone, so we gonna get through it. My next video is going to be the essentials that you need in terms of items and things like that. That pairs really well. So I guess you could say this is a part 1, and then the items that you need will be a part 2. Tips for getting through quarantine semester. Tip number 1, instead of taking your notes on the computer, you should really take the notes on a notepad. I am so sorry for anybody who is not paper friendly, but even if not everybody has access to this, but if like you have an iPad or some sort of tablet and you can get one of those pens, those stylus, you don't have to buy an Apple iPad, you don't have to buy an Apple pen stylus, you can get a stylus from anywhere. But writing is so much better for your memory, and that's just proven. When you're learning from a computer, I've noticed that things just, especially when the teacher's lecturing, it goes in one ear and out the other. So if you're not writing as they're talking, you're not retaining everything, especially because this is not in person. I promise you it will help you remember material way better. Number 2, take timed breaks, especially when you have to read. So I like reading. I've read 5 books this year so far. This is my first time since, I don't remember when, like actually getting on reading and reading on my own time. But the thing is, I like reading what I want to read. When I'm assigned reading, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So you have to take breaks. If you don't take breaks, you're not gonna retain anything. Like, you need to time your breaks too. I try to give myself, if it's like heavy reading, I give myself 30-minute break and time it. And if it's light reading, I give myself 15-minute breaks. That's the only way that I'm gonna get through it and not wanna shoot myself. Because the thing is that I like what I'm reading, but it's still reading. It's like doing something on your own versus being told to do something. It's like when you're told, you don't want to do it. Same way like when somebody tells you not to touch the red button, you want to touch the red button. So it's essentially the same thing for me. So yes, you gotta take breaks or you're gonna burn out. That's just how it is. Number 3, I know this is gonna be hard for some of you because it was hard for me, and it's so funny. It's like I'm the most organized, unorganized person you'll ever meet. So like I like to be organized. Like I have a list. I'm a list type of gal, but my bed's not made. Do you see my dilemma here? That's the issue. So use a planner. You have to use a planner. And this is so, like, all of this stuff is so important for online learning because it is the only way you are not going to fall behind, you are not going to miss deadlines. It is so different versus having in person, and thank God for technology. Now the planner, I feel like you can have a physical planner or electronic planner. I don't really think it matters as long as you remember to use it and remembering to check it. So if you have to put alarms, do what you gotta do, sticky notes, whatever it is, use a planner. As soon as you get your planner, because it's virtual, I think the benefit that we're gonna have, depending on how your teacher or professor is, you're gonna have deadlines. So I'm going to assume that all of my professors are going to have deadlines for things because now, I mean, they've had a whole summer to prepare for online learning versus way back in March, they had like a week, spring break. That's all they had to get ready for online learning. There's going to be due dates and deadlines. And honestly, the online aspect of it, I think gives the professors way more control and way more ways to be organized. So when you get your planner, write all your deadlines in your planner. That's why the planner is essential. This way you are ahead of the game. You can physically see when everything is due, and you essentially can this way you can plan out your days way better, and have a game plan. Also will help you not fall behind. So number 4, read something that you enjoy. I know it's like, why would I add something to what I already have to do? I promise you, if you're somebody who hates reading, if you can read something you enjoy, it'll, 1, get you used to reading, 2, it's kind of like muscle memory in a way, but at least you are reading something you enjoy, so that it kind of creates a better relationship between you and reading. I think I'm gonna go hard this semester and be fine this semester because I've read the 5 books, like I said, this year. This is the first time in forever that I've done that. So I think I'll still have my speed at reading. I also read some more challenging texts, not academically, but if you guys are interested in the books that I read, a lot of them are self-development, and I'm just gonna label them as self-development because there's different ways to describe them. Not everybody's ready for it. It definitely helped with changing my mindset, and part of the reason why I got my life together the way I did in that video that you should still go watch. Speak of that, if you haven't subscribed or liked the video yet, I know you forgot, but you can go ahead and do that right now. Much appreciated. But yes, I highly recommend finding a book you like and reading it on the side to nourish that relationship so that you don't dread reading all the time. Number 5, start a night and morning routine that will relax you and not overwhelm you. This is critical, especially because this is something very new for a lot of people. You need some sort of stability. In the morning, my morning routines and night routines are very different right now because quarantine 1 and because I'm not in school 2 and I'm not working 3. But I'm going to revamp everything when school starts because I need to have the right frame of mind and I need to be relaxed in order to perform well and deal with this online learning. So if you want videos on what I'm going to do specifically for my nighttime and morning routines so that I'm ready to take on the day of work, the planner is going to help with that. So I know what's coming. Let me know if you want to see those videos because I'll do that too. But morning night routines, crucial for this online semester. 6, have a designated workspace. I am so excited to create my little work area. So one thing I did during the beginning of this whole thing when we switched after spring break was I worked in the kitchen because that's the place that had the table and chair, because I hate working in my bed. I do not recommend doing schoolwork in your bed. Unless it's reading, don't do it. It makes me so unmotivated and unfocused, and checking my phone and all that stuff, it's just too, it's cozy, but it's a little too cozy. So I would not recommend doing that. I would definitely get a designated workspace. So 1, that you're taking it seriously, and 2, it just makes you feel good, like you're ready to work. I hated doing it in my dining room though. It was too many distractions. Even wearing headphones, it was just too much. I couldn't focus the way that I wanted to focus. So I would get a designated workspace space for yourself. I'm going to get a desk. Not anything super crazy. I might be able to take my mom's. We'll see if that happens. If not, I'm gonna get my own desk and a chair so that I can really feel comfortable and feel like I'm working and not slacking. That's really gonna help. And that brings me to number 7. If you can decorate your workspace with things that you enjoy that bring you peace, I promise you this will be way more relaxing and enjoyable. It's gonna be fun to decorate your workspace. And 2, it makes you more comfortable, less overwhelmed. You can't do that at school. You can't put up posters or have a diffuser on your desk. And I think that's my number 8, is to get a scented diffuser if you can, I think, or some sort of candle, something like that. It just really brings you to a place of zen and it makes you feel good. And it's not like having to go to school and feel miserable and the environment may not be the greatest. You can really have control over your environment and your mood by doing this, and it'll put you in a better place to perform academically and not overwhelm you, because online learning can be overwhelming. A lot of people have to teach themselves with online learning, especially if you're a college student. So this is going to be your sanctuary. We're making our sacred places, period. So number 9, get dressed and wash your face and brush your teeth. That should go without being said, but I'm not telling you how to live your life. But getting dressed, I would get dressed. You don't have to get dressed every day, but if you can, it'll help you. You don't have to get cute. I'm not saying put on a first day of school, bombshell, breakthrough outfit, because that might just make you sad, because nobody sees it. Even for work and things that I've learned is like, anytime I've ever dressed like a bum or a semi-bum, that is how my mood was, that is how I performed, that's just how it is. So if you can up your style and get dressed and really just do the bare minimum, you'll feel better. It'll make you feel better. It's a place of like normalcy for you. Is that a word? Normalcy? Hey Siri, is normalcy a word?
Normality means the condition of being.
Normality is the word. I have a high GPA, leave me alone. Anyway, that was embarrassing, but normality does not sound right for the sentence that I was trying to say, but whatever. It'll give you a sense of normality so that you still feel good and comfortable and you like yourself. Listen, at least top up, right? At least top up. You don't have to put a full face on, but you put a little lip gloss, or my fellas, brush the hair, put on a little bit of cologne. You're smelling good for yourself. We're doing it for ourselves. I highly recommend, but at least top up. I can't check you, but act like I can check you, like I'm your fly on the wall. Get dressed. Number 10, meal prep if possible. I know this seems like a really weird one. It's like, what does that have to do with learning? I think that what's really going to help us during this is having as much control over our day and life as possible in a time where we feel like we have no control. So if you can meal prep, it's like you kind of know what's coming next, whereas in other aspects of life right now, we don't know what's coming next. So I think that's really important. And if you're a foodie like me, knowing what's coming food-wise gets me excited. Food makes me happy and excited. So if I meal prep, I hate meal prepping, but it'll help, then one, I could spend more time studying and doing what I need to do and not making excuses saying, oh, I need to eat, oh, I need to make lunch. Also, some people have the other problem where they skip meals because they're too busy working and they forget. That's not good either, because you're gonna feel sluggish and you're not gonna do the things that, you're not gonna perform the way you need to. You need to fuel the bones, the mind, the body, the soul with food. So if you can meal prep, it'll already be ready. All you gotta do is go grab it. And honestly, you have more freedom of things that you can eat now. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, I know one thing at school is that I hated going to a certain building just to use the microwave, and I also didn't like using the microwave because nobody really used the microwave, so I didn't want to be that person, which is bad. I'm conforming. Don't conform. Don't do it. Don't be like me. I've gotten better though. But I didn't bring like my meals my mom would make, and that kind of sucked because I didn't have to spend money on food, but I did anyway, especially because it wasn't always accessible, the microwave. So that is definitely great advice. You should definitely be meal prepping, and it could be anything. And that's gonna help you stay focused, stay fueled, stay on task, not skip meals, and have something to look forward to every day. Okay, number 11, stay in contact with your professor as soon as you have questions. Don't be shy. Like, here's the thing, at the end of the day, for my college students out there, we are paying tuition. How do I explain to me how I have a campus fee and then a computer fee still? Yes, so they're out here ripping us off. You better ask questions. That's what your teacher's there for, and you're paying all this money. And if you're not a college student, at the end of the day, they're still being paid. It may not be coming out of your pocket, but it sure is coming out of the taxes of your parents. So you need to ask the teachers questions. Like, that's their job. I don't care how. And honestly, it's even easier now because now you don't gotta ask it to their face. You don't gotta stay at the end of class and be that person. You don't gotta raise your hand in front of anybody. You can message message them privately, so you need to do it because we're not falling behind in fall 2020. It's not happening. Screw Miss Rona. Miss Rona is not getting the better of us. We will have good grades. So you are going to ask your professors questions as soon as they come along. Do not fall behind on this online learning. Tough love. Number 12, schedule time for your fave activities and hobbies. This is really important, and this is what you're gonna use your planner for also. You're gonna factor in times to do you. You're gonna schedule time for your favorite hobbies, and you're gonna use your planners to do that too. It's super, super, super important that you still do the things you love so that you're not overwhelmed, and again, you have control over what's going on. So you need to actually write down when you're gonna do that stuff and make sure that you get it done, because we need to live our best life. Miss Rona is not controlling everything. She's not. And yes, she's a she. Number 13, journal and meditate. Yes, I'm putting this on here. Yes, I do this. Yes, it's important. And even if you're just journaling how you feel, I mean, it's such an important outlet, especially in a time where it's like we're very isolated. I think it's really important that you do that for yourself. And I think it's also interesting to have something like that looking back years from now, and you can remember things that you might have forgotten and get to share with your kids. Meditation is super important, and if you don't know how, or if you're not sure about meditation and all that stuff, I can do a video on that, how I do it. I'm not the perfect meditator. It's not easy. I only do it every now and then. I'm going to do it more though when the semester starts. Number 14, turn off your phone during working hours. Yes, you're gonna turn off your phone. You gotta turn off your phone, or at least put it on do not disturb. And so this is why I said to schedule in times to do activities that you enjoy in your planner, because while you're working, you're not going to be on your phone. You're not going to, yes, I know you'll have that freedom now, where I know in college, for most professors, they don't really care, especially in a class of like 400. I know high school students, middle school students, you can't have your phone. Now that you're working from home, you can have your phone. That does not mean you should be using your phone, because the way we're going about this so we can stay ahead is we're gonna have scheduled times to do what we wanna do. And that is why I said that, because you're gonna have that time, and that's why it's important to schedule that time so that you're not tempted to use your phone during work hours, because you know that you're still gonna be able to get to do what you wanna do, and that's why the planner is essential. Yes, I had all this planned, you feel me? I have ideas on solutions on solutions. That was stupid, sorry. And finally, my final tip to get you through fall 2020, because I don't know if this is going to be a spring thing also, but the last thing you're gonna do is start chats with people in your class. And this should be even easier. If you're a shy person, I mean, you get to hide behind the screen. So start group chats with people. Go in the little chat bubble and be like, hey, does anybody want to start a chat for questions and help, so you can support each other? Because again, this is a very isolating time and everybody's going through the same thing, and a lot of people feel lonely. So I think this is a great opportunity to make friends. It's actually a little easier because I know a lot of people are nervous to do that in person. I'm one of those people. I do not talk to people first. And that's so funny. I feel like a lot of YouTubers say that they're introverted, but then it's like, we're putting ourselves out there online, but it's totally different. Walking up to a person and talking to a camera are two different things. Even though I know people will see this later, it doesn't matter. I am not present when they see it. So it's different. I promise it's different. That's just really important for a good sense of community, and again, a sense of normality, that you get that during the classroom. And who knows, online friendships may bloom, and then when Miss Rona is over, you can join and rejoice and celebrate together. I'm gonna take my own advice, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that this semester. Y'all are gonna hold me to it. I'm really taking this seriously. I can't wait to show you guys my final setup for my little workspace area, and also my next video is going to be the back to school essentials for especially this time. If some of you are doing hybrids or going on campus as well, one, these tips can help, and two, some of the back to school must-haves can be relevant in that as well. So stay tuned for that. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Yes, that was a Winnie the Pooh reference, and I'm here for it. I think I'm going to say that from now on. Ta-ta for now, or TTFN. Yes, I claim that. I'm claiming that. That is my new outro.